Assalamualaikum. My name is Abid Wais bin Nasim from JBC 2423A. Today I will explain about Lab Assignment 1. For question 1A, smallest amount of purchase cost, I use mean formula. Largest amount of selling price, I use max formula. Total amount of selling price for all products, I use sum formula. Number of bicycle inventory, I use count formula. Average inventory on hand, I use average formula. Number of purchase cost less than 100, I use count if formula. Number of suppliers supply bicycle for children, I use count if formula. For 1B, I use if formula and I separate the answer into two columns. For 1C, I use VLOOKUP formula. Next is question 2. For question 2, first select all the data and then click on insert pivot table and choose where to put the pivot table. And then product category, we drag to rows. Product name, we drag to rows. Quantity on hand, we drag to values. And last, supplier, we drag to filters. And then we click on insert, slicer, and tick on product category and product name. And last step, we click on insert again and click on recommended chart, and then we choose chart and insert the chart. And last, question 3. For question 3A, I use average formula to purchase cost and selling price data range. Variance, I use variance. Standard deviation, I use standard deviation formula. Coefficient variation, I use standard deviation formula divided by average formula times 100. 3B, based on the coefficient variation, purchase cost has the greatest dispersion while the selling price has the least dispersion. 3C, coefficient of skewness, I use skew formula to purchase cost and selling price data range. The remark for purchase cost and selling price is right skew distribution and comparatively symmetry. For the coefficient of kurtosis, I use curve formula. The remark for purchase cost and selling price is widely spread around the mean. And for the question 3D, compute the z-score. For the z-score formula, I use standardized formula. And for z-table formula, I use norm-disk formula. And last, outlier, I use if formula. And for 3E, plot the z-score graph. First, select all the z-score data range and then click on insert and click on recommended chart to insert a chart. And last is 3F. First, click on data and then click on data analysis and then click on descriptive statistics and click OK. Select the data that you want and then click to where to put the answer and click on summary statistics and click OK, and we got the answer. So the conclusion is purchase cost mode is no value available, selling price is no value available, quantity on hand mode is 5, total selling price mode is no value available, product category mode is leisure and road, suppliers mode is run up bikes, and last, product name mode is no value available. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.